Hey guys, it's Nathan and Christy here. Finally got her on here. She's gonna ask me a few questions. I'm gonna ask her about my recovery, some relapses, and my time in jail, and how that affected her. But I'll let her introduce herself now.
And I am Christy, and I will return the favor and also ask him some questions.
Yes. Alrighty. So we've been wanting to do this for a few days now, but we just haven't had the time. I guess I'll start by asking her a couple questions. The first question I'm going to ask her is, what was the hardest part for our relationship, or the hardest thing that our relationship had to endure during me being incarcerated? And was there ever a time that she thought I wasn't going to make it, or our relationship wasn't going to make it?
The hardest part.
Yeah. So what was the hardest part about me being away?
Uh, the loneliness.
Oh, the loneliness.
Yeah, so I would say the hardest part was adjusting to daily life alone because it went from always having you here to doing everything alone. So that was like the biggest adjustment. That was kind of part of the reason I got Moose, the dog, because it helped fill that void a little bit. And then, was there ever a time that I felt we wouldn't make it? I mean, yeah, all the time. But obviously we did. So
So far.
yeah. Um,
Yeah, I think the loneliness I get too, because being alone in my cell at jail, I always felt lonely. And when you're in jail, you kind of forget that like the other person's living a regular life.
yeah.
So I'd be constantly in there, pissed off that she didn't answer the phone or worrying about what she was doing. With time, it got better, but I think honestly, in the long run, it kind of made me grow as a person because I spent a lot of time alone, reflecting on myself,
Mm-hmm.
and I think it helped her too on the other end of that. Uh,
Yeah,
to
that's
find some,
something I shared about in a meeting recently, was that it
yeah,
helped me kind of adjust to doing life on my own because
yeah.
I never really, I guess, did that before.
Yeah.
And going to jail.
Yeah, I think she became a lot more independent. Now it's more of a only she's it's more of I don't need you, I want you in my life thing
Yeah,
for her.
I always thought I was independent, but I don't think I was.
Yeah, that's when the real world hits you. And how's the relationship changed since I've been back? Would be the second question I wanted to ask you. Even though it hasn't been too long, I think it's
So
been
it's
like
been,
40 days.
but yeah, like maybe like 5 weeks since you've been back home. Um, how's the relationship changed? Well, day one was like obviously really great. Um, we had a little homecoming and everything was fine. After that was when you told me about your Suboxone journey, so that was hard. So like
She was tight.
it that I feel like we made so much progress while you were incarcerated with our relationship and how we communicated, and I don't know, I just felt like we made a lot of progress. I know I felt like I personally made progress, and I feel like you were too, even though sometimes, like, in the moment, you're the type of person that you reject the constructive criticism when it first comes up, but then, like, once you give you time to think about it, then you'll, like, circle back and be like, actually, no, like, I see what you were saying. So I forgot where I was going. How's our relationship changed? So that kind of, for me, like, I thought we were with the Suboxone, I thought we made all the progress. It kind of,
To clarify for everyone, she didn't know I was on Suboxone while I was locked up, and I lied to her about it. So when I got out, I had to come and I was coming down off Suboxone, couldn't really hide it, so I had to tell her, and we had to get over that. But
yes.
obviously, I was still lying, so no matter what, it was another obstacle to get over.
He thought he was going to hide being dope sick from an ex dope addict. So
Yeah.
he quickly realized that that wasn't going to happen, and he told me. And so, like I was saying, we made a lot of progress while you were incarcerated. Then, when you told me that, not it obviously broke my heart, my trust a little bit, but more so than anything, it made me feel like the progress wasn't real. So it made me feel like a huge like rewind had happened, and that was like really hard to swallow. But um, you kind of did, I think, really good with the Suboxone detox, and you just took it to the chin, I guess you could
Like
say.
a beast.
And I don't know. Ever since that, it's been progressing in a good way. We have like moments where we get aggravated with each other or in a little bit of like a disagreement, but I've gotten better at communicating my boundaries and my needs. That's something that I think I got better at while you were incarcerated because I never really was good at communicating. I'm not perfect still, but I would do a lot of exploding, or just like I would try to I would communicate from fear instead of like communicate from like trying to like understand. So me communicating from fear made him feel like I was controlling him.
Much said everything about that. I mean, my time in jail, it spent away, I think was necessary because our relationship 100% would be done, and I'd probably be dead by now. So I wasn't gonna go to rehab. There was no way with me. I'm not coming off the streets and coming out of addiction willingly. I have to be taken off the streets and put in jail. I can't get sober on the streets. I need to be in a controlled environment. Like I'm still in a in a sober living house called Fresh Start in Bangor, and it's a great place. She's repping it right now. Hopefully we don't get sued. But like right now, I'm not making much money, man. I don't start work till the 6th. Times have been hard. Like I don't know. I'm getting some help, but I mean, at the end of the day, I got to grow up. I'll be 30 years old this year in October, and I'm just not trying to do this anymore. I mean, it's put a lot of hurt on a lot of people, man, and I'm just glad that she's here with me. I'm glad that I can do this kind of stuff. I know this is a shit show compared to what most people do, but like this is something I've wanted to do for a long time. So to have her with me, she gives me the confidence to do a lot of things. And being sober has changed our relationship, period, because it's just less fighting, less aggravation on my end because I can understand things, I can deal with things without punch a hole through the wall or without drinking or without using drugs. So I mean, we both made a lot of progress, and yeah, we're doing well. I love her, and
What made you believe that I would still be there after everything that has happened between us?
nothing made me believe that she was still going to be there for me when I got released. The only thing I just we I was just hoping. I guess it's just holding on to hope because the last time when we broke up, I was out of the house for 3 months, 4 months. I came back all messed up, lost like 40 pounds, and that's when I ended up going to jail. But anyway, I didn't think she was going to be there for me. I actually told her a million times on the phone. I understand if I was going to do 5 years, that she was not going to be there. Like she says, I'm going to be there, but in my mind, I know how that shit goes. I've done time. I've seen what happens to relationships in jail and prison. But she's a real one, though. She never missed a phone call. She always was there for me when I needed her, and we video chatted often. If I needed money on my books, she didn't usually put money on my food account, but because we spent so much money on the phone. I
Yeah.
think she dropped like 5 racks on the phone, but in just like 9 months. But yeah, I never thought she was going to be there, but I did in the past. I've taken it for granted because I was used to think like I could relapse and she would always take me back, but that was not the case the last time.
Okay. What does it mean to you to know that I never gave up on you, even when you kind of gave up on yourself?
That's a hard one to put into words, I guess. She's the first person other than my Nana that's never given up on me. And when she fell in love with me 2.5 years ago or whatever it was, I was a complete addict, full blown. She fell in love with the worst version of me. So to me, that means a lot. And if you're willing to struggle with me and like literally, like if I got a dollar or if she had a dollar and she would give me 75 cents, dude, like it's not
50 cents.
yeah, I don't know. She would literally go above and beyond to try to make sure I was okay, and that ended up messing her up a little bit mentally too,
Yeah.
because she was trying to pull me out of the gutter when she mentally, maybe not in addiction, but mentally she needed help too.
Yeah.
So it was detrimental to her, but like she was there for me when I wasn't there for myself, and like I wouldn't show up for myself, but she would, and a lot of the times it was tough love she showed me, and I took it the wrong way and I just used it as excuses and excuses to use. And then finally, I had to just get honest with myself while I was locked up and realize that if I keep going down this path, I mean, me and her aren't going to be anything but bigger than that. I was never going to be anything. I'm not going to be a dad. I'm not going to be a son. I'm not going to be a good brother. I'm not going to be any of that stuff if I continue to lie and cheat my way through life. So,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, but her being there for me when I'm at rock bottom is a different kind of love. So it's loyalty that I've never experienced, and um, I would never do anything to harm this relationship.
How did my support sometimes enable you versus how did it help you sometimes?
Honestly, if I have to look back at it, I think you did a pretty good job of not enabling me. I don't think there was any. I mean, letting me back in the house after I relapsed, taking me out for a day, and then let me back. It was, but usually it was like I was one and done anyway. The last time when she kicked me out and showed me tough love, I went down the tubes, man. And for a while, I blamed her for not being there for me at my lowest, but really it was because I wasn't even near my lowest yet at that point. And she couldn't have me around as someone that's been sober for 9+ years to have me around using drugs, bringing shit into where her animals are, dropping drugs on the floor and shit. Like,
because he did. He dropped a
drugs.
rock on the ground. Yeah.
Yeah, and just it was just chaotic, and she didn't want to live in chaos. So I mean, enabling me, I don't see it. Maybe the tough love and shit, like I don't even see that she was enabling. Yeah, no, I don't think that was enabling me. That's just looking out for me. Enabling me is something why I'm using drugs and shit. I just don't see that as it. But I don't think she really enabled me. No.
How do you think our relationship has changed since you got out?
Less codependency and less. I mean, it's less stressful on her because I'm not using. It's the biggest thing, really. I'm sober now, or clean, and I don't. She doesn't have to worry about me all the time. I can. I don't live here. I'm in my own. I have my own place. I
Which
got my
was
own
one of the
priorities.
boundaries we agreed on while he was incarcerated, was that he would go to a sober living for we don't know, a lot of amount of time, just until we felt ready to live together again.
Yeah, but anyway, I don't know. A lot of things have changed about me and about her, so I think the both of us getting honest with ourselves about whatever it may have been, and just being there for each other and compromising with each other, it's been a lot different. I mean, I've always trusted her, so I'm working on her being able to trust me through all the trauma I put her through, but it's getting better every day, and I'm here for the ride. So anyway, if that's all she's got for me, I'm good, guys. Thanks. This is probably rough, but it's our first one together, and I finally got her on. She's camera shy, and you can't get her away from doing her lashes and makeup all day. She should start a page for that.
Shut the fuck up. Okay.
Thanks for tuning in for our first podcast. Here's Moosey, our baby boy. Anyway, guys, we'll have more, and we'll get better at it as it goes. But anyway, I'm Nason, and this is
Christy.
and we're out of here.